Good morning, Kentuckiana. Coming in at 6 a.m. here on your Monday. I'm Grace McKenna.
And I'm Jim Stratman. Thanks for joining us here on WHAS11 and on WHAS11 Plus as we kick off a brand new week the same way we left last week, Grace.
Yeah, hot, Matt. In fact, it is an impact weather alert day for us to deal with those hot temperatures.
Exactly. We do have another round of heat that we're expecting throughout this afternoon. Once sunrise occurs here in the next few moments, it's really going to crank those temperatures up. Throughout the later hours of the afternoon, we're expecting the 90s to make a return back into the forecast. As of right now, temperatures into those mid-70s across downtown. Winds staying out of the north around 3 miles per hour. Satellite and radar continuing to stay quiet and dry this morning. It's going to look like this throughout the course of our Monday. Just a few small passing clouds that we're seeing so far this morning. Those will be fading away just as we go later on into the morning hours, and we're expecting a decent amount of sunshine to be around throughout our morning and the afternoon. Temperatures reaching those mid-80s and then eventually the lower 90s throughout the later hours of the day. By the evening time, I'm expecting the mid-90s to be around with us. It's likely going to be our warmest part of the afternoon, and then we've got another quiet start to our Tuesday morning, but this is whenever we'll start seeing a few small isolated showers throughout Tuesday afternoon. But keep in mind, our Monday and Tuesday still will include some dangerous heat and humidity. And then we're going to have finally see some relief from this heat just as we go into our later days of the week. But just an update on Hurricane Erin, just to remind you, it is not expected to make a landfall on the eastern U.S. coastline as it continues to strengthen into the Atlantic Ocean. It will make its way farther off into the Atlantic, so not posing any threat to the U.S. We'll continue to keep you updated with its tropical track as we go throughout the next upcoming days. And here's a quick check of traffic this morning. So far, we're looking okay on all of our major interstates. The only holdup that we do have is at the entry ramp to I-264 northbound from Shelbyville Road. Westbound lane there is blocked, and the shoulder is blocked due to a crash. That's a look at traffic this morning. Jim, Grace.
All right, Matt, thank you. A Jeffersonville man who police say beheaded a family member leading to an hours-long police standoff is expected in court today. Officials in Clark County say this man, Bryce Winnicky, is expected to have his initial hearing this afternoon. On Friday, police found a headless body in a home and later found Winnicky at a different home where police say his mother lived. That led to a 4-hour-long standoff. Police later convinced Winnicky to leave the home and he was taken into custody without incident. Clark County Court says he's expected to be arraigned today at 1:30.
Metro Police are investigating a fatal motorcycle crash in South Louisville this weekend. It happened just after 3:15 on Sunday morning out on 3rd Street Road. The LMPD says a motorcyclist was driving towards the intersection of 3rd Street Road and Windsor Park Drive when, for an unknown reason, he lost control and hit a guardrail. He was ejected from the motorcycle and was taken to the hospital where he later died. No other vehicles were involved.
Metro Police are still searching for suspects in the deaths of 2 Louisville mothers last week. Rhodesia Williams was shot Wednesday morning while walking her child to a bus stop near 10th and Chestnut Streets. Several hours later, Jermia Offit, an expecting mother of 3, was killed at a food mart on 41st and Broadway. Police say the 2 incidents are not connected. LMPD is asking anyone with information to contact them anonymously at 574-LMPD. And in Fern Creek, a large fire that spread to several buildings over the weekend is raising concerns for homeowners.
It took 40 firefighters to try to get that fire under control on Saturday, and it sent one of them to the hospital. Our Jose Alonso and photojournalist Aspen Hester have more.
In this Fern Creek suburb along Black Mountain Drive, the scars from a large fire are still drawing attention.
It's dangerous. What if it was our house? Like, we didn't know which house it was before we got here. It was just like a really scary experience.
These pictures shared by the Fern Creek Fire Department on Facebook shows the dangerous flames 40 firefighters had to battle Saturday afternoon. Assistant Chief Dwayne Hutchins gave us details.
And upon arrival, it was fully involved and had already spread to buildings on either side of it and the house itself. So the buildings are probably about 15 to 20 feet between each other.
The aftermath is clear within the sunlight. Take a look at this. This is where Fern Creek Fire believes the flames started, in a detached garage, similar to the one right next to it. The fire also damaged surrounding buildings and one car. Hutchins says Okolona Fire assisted and the flames were extinguished within 30 minutes. One firefighter was taken to a hospital, but is expected to be okay.
I have to mention this was what we call lightweight construction, which means that it's actually compressed materials with glue built in, so it burns a lot quicker than your like older homes would.
These houses are so compact to where it don't take much for a fire to spread. And for them to get it under control within 30 minutes was a blessing.
A sigh of relief heard across the neighborhood since no one was seriously hurt. In Fern Creek, Jose Alonso, WHAS11 on your side.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but the assistant chief told us the department does not believe foul play was involved.
The buzz is back at the University of Louisville as the Cards get ready for the first day of the semester today.
As students head back to the classroom, the university facing new challenges. Federal officials are accusing the school of offering discriminatory scholarships.
Gabe Gonzalez is here with us this morning. Gabe, bring us up to date on the latest with DEI policies at the university.
Good morning, Jim and Grace. Policies that supported diversity, equity, and inclusion at U of L are gone after the passage of House Bill 4 earlier this year. The school has since restructured its diversity office, now called the Office of Institutional Equity. The U.S. Department of Education is also now accusing the school of offering discriminatory scholarships. In July, the DOE's Office for Civil Rights investigated 3 U of L scholarships, including one dedicated to undergraduate students who are undocumented or DACA recipients. U of L President Jerry Bradley told us the school submitted a written response explaining how the school will comply with the Office for Civil Rights.
Just explaining, what the scholarships were and what we've been doing to, change them to be in compliance. Those scholarships were paused for this fiscal year, but we're looking to change them and change the wording of them so that they can still be in the scholarship pool.
The 3 scholarships are dedicated to undergraduate students who are undocumented or DACA recipients, LGBTQ+ students of color, or Latino and Hispanic. The probe comes on top of federal and state mandates in Kentucky to strip all DEI-related policy and procedures from public universities. Now, these new changes aren't just for scholarships. Changes came to places on campus like the LGBTQ Center and the Women's Center. I'll have those details in the next half hour. Jim, Grace.